James, Farran, you've just watched your team win 4-0 against a good and well-organised Republica. First half, probably not what you wanted to see. Second half, a little bit more what you wanted to see. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a fair assessment. I think reflecting on the first half, I think we ended up playing more towards their style, which suited them. Gave them a little bit more possession than we wanted to. We created some good chances but didn't sort of put them away in the first 15-20 minutes, but then got in at half time. The girls knew what they needed to do and what they needed to fix up on, and they went out there and executed the job well in the second half.
Farran, were you disappointed in the first half with the way that the way that we usually play and settle into games just didn't seem to be there, certainly in the first about 30 minutes of the half?
Yeah, I think the losing Rachel quite soon as well, I think that kind of affected play, affected the plan that we had. Obviously, hopefully she's okay, but we don't know. But yeah, losing her the way that we did so soon, it affected what our plan was that we came here to do. So we had to just reorganise, and we did.
I mean, having said that, I mean, we did go in 2-0 up, which I suppose helps to calm any of the fears.
Yeah, it did. Like I say, we didn't take our chances in the first 15-20 minutes, so there was always that one of, will these chances go begging, and will we look to regret it towards half time? But the fact that we got at least 2 over the line, we went in at half time comfortable, despite losing a player, despite having to change the game plan a little bit from what we wanted to come here and do. But I thought the girls showed good reaction to those changes and executed what we wanted to see a little bit more in the second half.
What do you think was the main change in the way that we played or approached the game in the second half that made the difference?
I think it was a lot more calm, a lot more settled. I think the girls had obviously had their own conversations in the changing rooms at half time, and had reorganised themselves based on how Republica was set up and were playing. And I just think once we knew how they were playing and what they wanted to do, the second half we were a lot more settled, we knew what to expect, and we preempted it a lot better.
I suppose if it's a question of if the amount of singing that was done, Republica would have beaten us quite happily in that game.
Yeah, I think so. They came here in good spirits, and fair play to them for singing along for the full 90. I think they've come and give their players some great support away from home as well. Travelled a little bit this evening, so fair play to them.
I think we need a song.
We certainly do. It was a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek question in many ways, but as you quite rightly point out, they did come along to support their own team, and it's nice to see that they're happy in watching the game and the way that the game was going. To be honest with you, a lot of teams would stay quiet and melt away, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the point of the singing, you wouldn't have thought that they were watching their side 2-0 down, so like I say, fair play to them.
Yeah.
To be fair as well, they sang all the way up to 4-0.
Yeah. Absolutely. What was your player of the match?
Cass, for us. She was just relentless for the full match. Ellis obviously got the hat-trick, but I feel like the hat-trick was come from a lot of hard work done by Cass. She was just excellent tonight.
And goal of the game?
I'm going to give it to Ellis, her third and final goal for the game. Just the work that went into that goal, where it started from and where it ended and how it ended, and the players that it transitioned through to get there. And as you rightly said before the interview, there was no way she was going to miss that shot. The amount of venom she put behind that to get it in and off the woodwork. So yeah, special goal.
I think the crossbar's probably still ringing from being hit by that ball as it hit it and then went into the goal.
Yes.
Anyway, congratulations on the 3 points. That's the most important part of the game tonight.
Yeah.
3 games to go. We've got our final game on Sunday here against
Huddersfield.
Look for our listeners, there's a look of fear there when I asked that question. Yes, it's Huddersfield Amateurs. It's a 2 o'clock kickoff on Sunday. All support would be greatly welcomed. It's our last home game, and then we finish off with 2 games on the road, and hopefully maybe something to celebrate.
Hopefully.
Definitely something to celebrate.
I like that. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.